Now, before we go, I think we have maybe 25 minutes. Can I ask you some questions about the Odyssey, the film?
Sure.
So, you saw the Odyssey,
Mm-hmm.
the most recent film by Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Outside, I don't want to speak out of turn here, but you gave me a rating out of 10.
Yeah.
Could you share that with me now?
6 or 7 out of 10.
Why?
Well, okay, first of all, being somebody who has read the Odyssey so many times, including in ancient Greek, I'm going to be more picky than most people.
I mean, you can even recite the opening lines in ancient Greek.
I can.
Would you mind
Sure.
spin a little Greek for us?
Do you have a drum?
Oh, no, but I can give you a little beat though.
Can you do like a dum bum 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 bum? There we go. Andra moyen epemusa polutropon hosmala polla Blankthe epe troies hieron ptoliethron epersen pollon danthropon iden astea kai noon egno pollat hogen pontoi pathen algea hon katathymon arnumenos hein te psychen kai noston hetairon al udhos hetarus Rusatohi emenosper auton gar sfetereisin atas thaliesin olondo. There you go.
Amazing. I mean, that is so cool. And so that's how it would be told.
Yeah.
And for
with a lyre.
How many hours would that go on for?
We can't know for sure, but based on like the length of an English audiobook that covers the whole thing is about 12 to 14 hours. So it's possible that that's the time frame.
Wow. That is fascinating. That recontextualizes so much of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we read it in, a class in high school or college, and it's just words on a page. It's kind of like when you read Shakespeare, you get the gist, but you lose so much because this is not a book to be read. It is a play or a performance to be experienced. And I imagine that this is probably the same exact way.
Yeah, and in fact, we know for sure that the Homeric rhapsodes that performed this, they could mimic different voices. They could get into like Agamemnon's voice and then Helen's voice and then, whatever. Like they would really get into character with all the different figures.
And what would be the context that I would be listening to this if I'm an ancient Greek?
Well, in Athens, there were like state-sponsored festivals where you'd have a superstar on stage and maybe 1,000 people watching. In the age of Homer, we don't know, but probably probably the types of scenes depicted in the actual Odyssey, where you have a feast put on by a king or local warlord in a great hall and a bard as entertaining maybe like 100 people who are feasting.
Would I be drinking?
Definitely.
I'd be hammered.
You would.
Nice. Would I be on drugs?
Possibly in book 4 of the Odyssey, when Telemachus visits Menelaus. And by the way, this is a great missed opportunity for Nolan, because Homer's Helen is way more formidable than Nolan's Helen. Okay, Homer's Helen drugs the whole party.
Really?
When she sees that Telemachus is the son of Odysseus, and Menelaus is going to start like waxing nostalgic about Odysseus and the Trojan War, which she caused in this storyline, she's like, okay, this is going to be bad for me. Let me drug everybody's wine. And she uses an Egyptian drug that is so potent that if you take it, even if your child is being torn to pieces in front of you, you will still not shed a tear. So there we have this type of scene where a bard might be present. He's not in this case, but drugs were definitely known and described.
What do you think that could be? I mean, it sounds like ecstasy.
The main theory is opium.
Ah, so you're just on heroin.
I'm not an expert, but yeah.
That's wild. I mean, again, I've never done heroin, not yet. But my understanding is like it's from the poppy, right?
It's not, well, again, it's not mentioned that it's poppy. It's just mentioned that it's from Egypt, and there has been speculation that Egypt was importing opium from, Central Asia or something. Again, through various indirect intermediaries.
Now, what other discrepancies from the film to your understanding of the original Greek are you bothered you?
Okay, the first thing is like, why are they wearing helmets when they're rowing on the boat?
Hilarious.
or wandering in a forest. Like, first of all, the helmets are anachronistic. These are much later helmets. They constrict your vision very severely. They're only useful if you are marching in a column of dudes and you're only going to go forward. If you're walking in a forest where there might be like dangerous creatures around you, you don't want to wear this helmet. All right. I thought that the biggest problem was trying to force modern morality onto an ancient tale. Like, it's, to me, one of the main values of the Homeric epics is that they have such a different morality. And even if we find it shocking or we don't want to accept that morality, shouldn't we know how other human societies saw the world morally?
What's the clearest example?
Well, the clearest example is that Odysseus kills all the suitors.
Right.
Right? Like, can we do spoilers here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a 2,000-year-old story. If you haven't heard of it now, I mean, too late.
Well, because in Nolan's version, he doesn't kill all the suitors. Okay? He spares quite a few of them. In Homer, he only spares like 2 or 3. That's another missed opportunity, because you know how, like, in the final scene, Matt Damon Odysseus prophesies that only songs will remember them, that no writing will survive, right? Well, in the actual Odyssey, one of the few people that that Odysseus spares is the bard, the guy who's singing. Like, he is one of the suitors technically, but he's also like the singer of epic tales to the suitors. So how cool is that you spare the guy who you want to sing of your exploits?
Right.
You know?
That's kind of
That's totally missed.
It's sort of poetic to be like, I'm going to kill everyone except for you. Go tell this tale to the next person. And then when you're watching it live at a festival, you're like, oh, that's the guy that got spared. Like, it becomes meta in a way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Now, my friend Alex pointed out that he thought it was weird that Helen has a twin.
Yeah.
Now, I know that in some retellings, and it's been disputed, that there is this twin theory with Helen. But he says if she's the most beautiful woman ever that you're going to send 1,000 ships for, if she has a twin sister, doesn't that kind of nerf that whole point?
Yeah, so in the original, they are sisters, but not twin sisters. I'm not sure why Nolan did that. Maybe just to not have to find another actor, you know. But
right, it's a little cheaper.
But there's these weird cases of twins where one twin is divine and the other isn't. Okay, so like, have you heard of Castor and Pollux? Or so Castor and Pollux and Helen and Clytemnestra are 2 cases where you have 2 pairs of twins. And in each case, for some reason, one twin gets the divine parentage and the other does not. Sorry, they're not twins. They're siblings, but one of them gets the divine parentage, one of them doesn't. I think it might be so you have this, like, you know, beautiful woman and a god sleeps with her, but her husband also sleeps with her, and perhaps one of the children has the divine parentage. Okay.
It's like a Maury Povich.
Anyway, it's a common theme or it's a well-known theme in Greek mythology that you can have siblings where one of them is divine, one of them is not. So Helen is semi-divine, which is why she and Menelaus are never going to die in the strict sense, but they will be transported to the Isles of to Elysium, to the Elysian field. Menelaus is prophesied too that he will not die, but because he has a divine wife, they will be taken by the gods to the Elysian field across the ocean. Another reference to a land across the ocean,
right?
Where they will live there forever, basically. Okay. So Clytemnestra is you know, a less attractive, less divine sibling in the original.
Interesting.